Hey everyone, I'm finding the darndest time. I'm having the darndest time finding quiet times to make videos because I don't know, my kids have been particularly noisy lately. And yesterday, all day, my neighbors were getting a giant tree. I didn't even realize how huge this thing was until I really looked at it and saw the guys cut it down. But they were taking down this tree, and it took them exactly all day to do it. And the equipment they were using was so noisy, it was just ridiculous. So here I am, a day late and a dollar short. This is interesting. So this open letter came out, and I realized your boy Zach made a video on this. I had planned this yesterday, so I'm still making the video. I haven't watched his video, but I do want to see his take. There's an open letter that came out on Harper's Magazine. It's a letter on justice and open debate, and essentially, this letter, in a nutshell, basically says we're super woke, but there's this one thing that we don't like, and that is cancel culture. Maybe we could just, soften that just a little bit. Like this letter even goes specifically to say that Trump is basically evil, that the Black Lives Matter movement is correct, it's the right side of history, all the same kinds of talking points. It takes this entire first paragraph to basically virtue signal, and then it says, hey, remember this thing, the free exchange of ideas and information of ideas that used to be liberal, the lifeblood of a liberal society. Well, that has kind of changed. Uh, and they even say, while we have come to expect this on the radical right, consensus is also spreading more widely in our culture, and intolerance of opposing views, a vogue for public shaming and ostracism, and a tendency to dissolve complex policy issues into a blinding moral certainty. So basically it said, hey, these are the things that the right used to do, right? They used to do these things that cancel culture. I want to see receipts for that first off. Anyway, they have this open letter just trying to be super woke, but it has this one complaint about what is going on right now on the left, and especially on social media. And I say I choose the word the left and not SJWs because this is more widespread than SJWs. It really is. It's people spending way too much time on social media, and they feel emboldened, they feel a responsibility, and they beg each other and egg each other on to cancel people and ostracize people and public shaming and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so why am I talking about this on a comics channel? That's because this happens in comics frequently, all of the time this is happening, and also because figures like J.K. Rowling, a writer who's known for being a bit of an SJW, she signed this open letter. She's agreeing with this because she's had her own run-ins with SJWs trying to cancel her. Now, I don't particularly feel bad for J.K. Rowling. I think she will be just fine. But the point is that even this, people signed this. Many writers signed this because they think that there's something wrong with it. And immediately, here's this. Who is this again? Public figures they now regret signing Harper's open letter against cancel culture. So people were canceled for signing this letter against cancel culture, and now you've got people backpedaling. Okay, so some signatories on Tuesday's 150 strong public letter decrying the rising intolerance of opposing views are distancing themselves from it, while others say that they were asked to sign it. So they're now making excuses for why their names were on that list. Way to make a stand. Apparently, here we go. Here's a quote from Jenny Bolin. Said, I did not know who else had signed the letter. I thought I was endorsing a well-meaning, if vague, message against internet shaming. So hold on here. Pause for a minute. She read the letter, thought maybe it was vague, but she agreed with it. Okay. But because the mobs of people on Twitter did not agree with it because it goes against their tactics, some of their favorite things to do, she backed out of signing it, even though she agreed with the sentiments of the letter. She continues, I did know that Chomsky, Steinem, and Atwood were in, and I thought, good company. Okay, so maybe she didn't read it, but she saw other names on it that she agreed with, and understood the vague. I mean, you just said you understood the well-meaning and vague statement. That's what you said, and you agreed with it, so you signed it. The consequences are mine to bear. I am so sorry. So sorry. Oh my goodness. You see the irony in this. You speak out against cancel culture, you will be canceled. You have to apologize. And I mean, I don't know why you apologize because you're still canceled. You might as well have doubled down and said, see, this proves my point exactly. You could have said that. Bad move. All right. Yeah, this is absurd. This shows how ridiculous things are. And here's the thing. Uh people will have you believe that this time will be remembered, like this is where the future is headed. You know, you will be canceled. On the other side of this, in 10 years, 20 years from now, this time will be remembered as a you know, those that stood up for social justice and change. I disagree. This is not going to continue this way because more and more people are fed up with it. You have, I was just talking to somebody yesterday that said they're really not political. They're not interested in any of this, any politics, but it has now become their problem. It has been made to be their problem. I hear that sentiment over and over and over again. This time will be remembered in history for the social media age and cancel culture. It's not going to continue. It's like, I remember when I was in high school, people saying that music was just going to continue to get heavier and heavier and heavier, like rock and roll music. Where's rock and roll now? Where is it now? Okay, things change, and not in the way that you think they are. Anybody that presumes they know what the correct side of history is just trying to use that to manipulate you. That's not how it works. I think that there's going to be a bigger backlash from rational people, and we'll see really how small and few these crazy nutters are on social media and Twitter especially, that want to control everything that you think and feel. uh, there have been some leaks coming out right now, leaks in the comics industry with different creators basically conspiring to publicly shame and target individuals in the comic book industry that they think are not acting woke enough. You are not going to be remembered as some kind of a hero or a savior. You are going to be remembered as a terrible person that tried to work your way through the industry by backstabbing others. That's how you'll be remembered. All right. Things are changing. I can feel it. There's something in the wind. Things are changing and they're not going the direction that I think these Twitter weirdos think it is. I suspect the pendulum is going to swing and is going to swing hard against this kind of stuff. So mark my words, 10 years, 5, 10 years from now, I really, honestly, I think very soon that we're going to start to see some movement the other direction because it has become so ridiculous. We need some rationality in the comic book industry. So appreciate you listening to my words there. Fatal is getting ready, gearing up to launch. I've been working on the launch page, the campaign page with all the tiers and the goodies and everything for the campaign. I'm so excited for that. Downcast is in the works. As soon as I get the books, I'm shipping them out. If you've watched this far in the video, I really appreciate you very much. Thank you. And I'll see you in the next video.